Oh, me hearties! A very, very good evening to you. It's me, Scottie McCLUE. The time is 9 o'clock on Saturday night, Saturday, the 7th of May, 2022. This is the start of 1 hour of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment for not just one nation, but for all nations, of course. So, a very, very warm welcome to you. A very warm welcome on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, on LinkedIn Live, and on Twitch at Scottie_McClue. Get yourselves on there. I say, hey, Scottie. Hey, bread is the best. How are you, Dinky Doo? You are the best, I say to you. And a very warm welcome to tonight's program. Good evening, young man. Good evening, Les. Lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky do to you, I say. How amazing is that? Just outstandingly fantastic. Good evening, Scottie, says the wonderful Stephen Menzies, a man who keeps the real network up to scratch for us. Buttercup's joined us and says, hello. Hello, Buttercup. How lovely that you could make it as well. Tremendous stuff. Now, what I'll do, I'll open up the phones tonight so we can get started and we can start to hear from you. That would be rather good. So if you're in a phoning mood, then do feel free so to do. The lines are opening right now as we speak, and you should be able to get through. The number you will see just below the YouTube, and we shall chit-chat to you there. You're live with Scotty's Phoning. Good evening. Who's that?
Thank you, it's Kareem.
Ah, Kareem, how excellent. You're some man, I'll tell you. That's a fabulous piece of coordination.
Thank you, Scottie.
Now, what's happening? What kind of week have you had? It's passed in a flash, Kareem.
It's been a very busy week, Scottie, in terms of work and examinations that are going on. I won't bore you with that.
No.
But a very interesting week as well with what we finished our discussion last Saturday, I think it was.
Yes.
Up-and-coming elections we were talking briefly about.
Yes, and we can talk about them, of course, now because they've been and gone.
Absolutely. I was not expecting how much councillors or how much the SNP have made a gain and have done remarkably well across whole Scotland.
Yes, no doubt about it. Absolutely incredible.
And the Greens have done pretty good, and a lot of independents as well.
Yes.
So very, very interesting to see the demographics across the whole of Scotland.
Well, I did have a discussion with the Greens about what was their oath of allegiance and what was their policy on the monarchy. And of course, we got the usual cheek from the upstarts, but quite civilized, actually. You know, a lot of ignorance, genuine ignorance, because they didn't really know what they were talking about. So it was the parasite one, that one. And what was the other one? Oh, I think we've had enough. Sorry? Scroungers, yes, all that stuff. Just a total lack of understanding and terrific ignorance. So I really think that it would be very good for the the ruling party, shall we say, to make very clear what the monarchy does for Scotland.
I think that will be one of the key issues, Scottie, when once the date's been launched. Now, I have said that Ian Blackford did make it abundantly clear that the royal family will be going nowhere in an independent Scotland.
Yes.
The monarchy stays. Now, that's from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
And I think that is going to be something that's going to have to be made very clear to people on the build-up to the next referendum.
Yes, and I think there should be a lot of discussion on it so that people are quite resigned to what's actually going on there. I think that's very, very important.
I think you're right, Scottie. In the past, you've mentioned saying that about half the vote, if they're going to get rid of the monarchy, you can kiss independence goodbye, and I do believe that.
Well, I think that's what happened the last time. Had it been made entirely clear that there's no risk to the monarch as head of state, and there's no risk to the crown as our symbol of authority, you could have probably counted on another 40% of the vote. That would have been 90% of the vote in favour of independence.
Correct. but I think you learn from your mistakes, and as I always say, you live, learn, and grow. And a lot of the nonsense that was sprouted back then, you're seeing it now, and I just really hope a lot of people are wakening up. And I've always been a thorough believer of this, Scottie, that I think Scotland, we like to learn things the hard way. We have to. We don't want to be told.
Yeah, Karim, you know how vocal I've been over the last 6 years about the madness, the sheer madness of leaving the EU just to pacify a few billionaires from paying their tax. And, everybody fell for it. The Rule Britannia, the Afghanites, the whole lot fell for it. And now I said 6 years ago, I said economic annihilation and political fragmentation. And both are coming true. Well, the economic annihilation's on its way.
Well, it's not made official yet because, there's like a 3-month gap, a waiting period, but we are now in a recession again.
Yes,
and
of
that's
course.
going to hit by the end of summer.
Yes.
And then the build up to, well, let's be honest, in October with the next price increase for gas and electricity is going to affect people even more. But I've said this to you before, Scottie, we learn things the hard way up here. We want to experience it.
Well, we've been in almost permanent recession for the last 50 years. Yeah, and what saved us is being in Europe, because that has brought us any peace and prosperity that was going. So what we've got, we had Margaret Thatcher, we must get inflation down. So that put us into recession, and we struggled and struggled. Then we had another recession just when she left, around 1990. Then we had another recession 2008, when we had to bail out the banks with our money. And on it goes, and this is what you're going to get.
It's sheer incompetence.
Well, it's incompetence in one way and it's planned in another, Karim. It's actually, there are elements of incompetence, and we see it when politicians interfere in things that should really be under the mandate of the civil service. So once you get that, and that's always been the case with British governments, the politicians stick their neb in, and the civil service have been running things very well, from that point of view. So that's what you've got there. So you get politicians sticking their nose into important areas of defense, etc., because politics is the art of the possible. Yeah. So therefore, the politicians are supposed to, rule supreme, and their word goes. Now, heaven help us. We can see what's happened. What did Boris say? We must get Brexit done. So he dragged us kicking and screaming out of the EU and into, certain poverty. You see, but not for the wealthy. If you look carefully, your money goes to the wealthy.
Oh, Scottie, I know that.
It used to be to the aristocracy. They're virtually no more. The big estates are virtually no more. The agrarian revolution has come and gone. The industrial revolution has come and gone. The technological revolution is kind of still with us, I would say, for the last 60 years. The white heat of technology, as Harold Wilson said. So we've had all of that, but rest assured, now it's big business that wants to take everyone's money.
Absolutely. And it's coming to my quick next point, Scottie, which I think this morning I said to you, or I typed a message when you were on live, that my car has stopped working.
Yes.
So it's in the garage. It won't be seen till Monday, because the garage doesn't open till Monday. But it was making me think, right, okay, my car's 6 years old nearly. It's getting on a bit. It's not had nothing major wrong with it, so this is the first big thing. But technology, we spoke briefly, and other people have, about electric cars. Now, I know there's a massive push for them just now, but why would you want to get electric cars when obviously the price of electricity is going absolutely through the roof? I'm going to look at hybrid cars because I don't know too much about them. But again, I don't know what your thoughts and feelings are on all those things.
Well, I think we should run old diesels until they're eventually banned because they're so reliable and they're so economical.
Right, okay.
You know, and I really think that's the, you know, and yes, I mean, the green thing is absolutely great, but everything's switching to that. But, you know, this country has got peat, it has got wood, it has got coal, it has got oil, it has got gas, it has got renewables, it's got wind, it's got wave, as we said in one of the videos. And really, Scotland, people should be paying just peppercorn for their power.
Yeah.
You know, and I think if the Scottish government arranged that, then they would very quickly find that independence just happened.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, Scottie.
You know?
And these are things I'm sure they're all coming up with to think of plans and actions, because if you remember the last referendum, there was a lot of Project Fear, and I call it Project Fear 2 because it's now across the media and how things have been portrayed across.
Well, it's a great way to control the public, to frighten them. You know, I mean, it's a great way to do it. You know, you'll get your food taken away and all that sort of stuff. It's very old-fashioned, very basic stuff. But you know, I mean, what?
Pension will be taken away.
Yes, everything. That's right. You would lose your pension. Of course, no difference. Just a lot of lies. But somebody should have stood up and said, "This is a pack of lies." I mean, if you want to hear a good argument for independence, listen to Scottie McCLUE. You know, you'll hear that at the time, talking to John. John. Gosh, his second name's just gone out of my mind. But you know, I mean, that will tell you, that will give you just the basic discussion, because there is no argument for the union. There never ever has been.
One thing that keeps coming up, and I'm going to look into
John Gaunt, I beg your pardon, apologies to John. John Gaunt, that was the man. Scottie McCLUE talks to John Gaunt on Scottish independence. And I'm not political, as you well know.
Yes. No, I know, Scottie. I've lost my train of thought there.
Sorry, that was me.
I've lost my train of thought. I was going to say something there. Oh, God, that's been out my head now.
We've hidden your train of thought. Was it about the power companies? Was it about energy?
It was about independence, but you know what, Scottie? Another time, I remember now when the date gets called, and obviously you'll be doing lots of phone-ins as well. I'm going to really focus on certain things that I'm going to look into and share on the live call-ins as well, and have your opinion on different things. So I'm going to do my bit to campaign a lot more as well, getting out and about, helping groups, but also do my part to try and let people know on the live phone-in as well, X, Y, and Z. But the only argument, just to finish off, Scottie, that always comes up from the unionist point of view as they talk about the GER system, the GER system.
Yes.
And that is outdated, because why would you set up a system to support another country looking better than overall than what it's to benefit Westminster?
Well, that would change. I mean, I think number one priority, even before independence, is that Scotland gets to keep all its income, and everything that's manufactured or reared or bred, or if it's foodstuffs, it all should be very clearly labelled produce of Scotland with a saltire. And then everybody should know. I said the other day, you'll see I did a video on Scotland, on everything that had been invented by the Scots, on everything we'd brought to civilization. And I would say to, you know, all the rest of the British people, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
I've seen that video, Scottie. It was very, very true. Very true.
You know? And that's all I'm doing. I'm only telling the truth, Kareem. I'm not even offering an opinion. I'm giving you the facts.
Yes, as always, Scottie. And but the build-up will come, and I'm looking forward to it, and for a lot of young people to get actively involved as well, because it is their future.
Absolutely. Kareem, as always, a privilege talking to you, and thank you for your call.
Thank you. Do have a good week, Scottie.
And you, sir, dinky do. There we are. That's our Kareem. What a top man. Absolutely. Now, What have we got here? Lots and lots of stuff from you. There we are. Here's Kirsty. This is what. Oh my goodness, you guys have been busy tonight. Good evening, Scottie. Hope you're well. From Stephen. Yes, indeed. Hello and welcome. That was Kareem there. Hi, Lala, says Martin. I love you to death, says Kirsty. Aren't you wonderful, Kirsty? Yes, hopefully neither of us is dying soon. Wonder who this is, says Derek and Clive. Well, we found out it was Kareem, Derek and Clive. There we are. Hi, everybody, Dinky Doo. What have we got here? You're all having a conversation there. Scottie, how are you, sir? I was going to call, but I've had a few drinks, my pal Scottie. Well, you could still give us a wee call. There's the wonderful David Kirsty. Come on and have a chat. You said you'd love to. There we are. Absolutely. And look what the government have done. They've sold our oil. Am I right in thinking that? Yes, you are, Kirsty. I'll always leave my dinner till Scottie comes alive. Absolutely. Alex Belfield for King of the UK, says Itchy. There we are, Itchy. Well, does he come up to scratch, I say? Buongiorno, buongiorno. There we are. Derek and Clive says Alex is a clown. That's a bit harsh on Alex. He's a wee star, is our Alex. There we are. Alex is the voice of the world. Oh, I don't think it's the voice of the world, dear. I think that title goes to Scottie McCLUE. Fantastic. That's what it's all about. Now, who have we got here? You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, no, Scottie. How you doing? It's Gary Faceco Bright.
Gary Faceco Bright. How lovely to hear you. And Dinky Doo.
I can't do that. I was like, talk to you, but I'm too nervous to talk to you.
Gary, please don't be nervous, because it's just me you're talking to.
I know it's you.
You know, you don't need to be nervous at all, and the rest of the world, of course. But you don't worry about that. It's you and I having a bit of a gas.
Oh, mate, Scottie, right, I was talking on YouTube, right?
Yes.
And I've had a few light refreshments.
Good for you, and I hope you've enjoyed them.
Aye, I was at last night disco dancing, you know.
You were at the disco dancing. You're some man, I'll tell you.
Aye. So I just thought I'd come on the channel and say hello to you and everyone else on YouTube.
You are an absolute top man. Now, Gary, you've done it now. Nobody can take it away from you, so you can ring any time.
And Scottie, you're my best pal. You remember that? Stick your tongue out and say ta-ta.
Stick your tongue out and say ta-ta. God bless you. Have a lovely night. Take care of yourself.
You know, pal, right? Take it easy, pal, right?
Cheers,
Bye.
buddy. Bye, Gary. There we are. What a top man. There you are, Gary, fessing up there. He's had a refreshment. Well, good for him, but he's given us a call and he's done very well. So there you are. Now, what have you got here? Alex Belfield, compared to Scottie McCLUE, is a choir boy. Scottie rules. Oh, my goodness. So there we are. Fantastic stuff. Now, I would go on. If you would go on, is that possible? Well, Gary's been on there. Fantastic stuff. And we loved it. You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
It's David. Oh, Gary done well there, didn't he?
David, I think you did very well. He'd obviously had a wee refreshment, you know.
There's not. Listen, and Booker together, do you know?
David, can I tell you a lovely laugh? I was a great fan of the Clyde Steamers. And one of the great Clyde Steamers, which they brought back to Glasgow. And she's sitting opposite the Science Centre there. The Queen Mary.
I've actually seen that. Yeah,
the Queen Mary, you'll see her with the two funnels.
Yeah. But Gary was nervous there. He'll need to keep phoning every week.
He needs to keep phoning until it becomes second nature.
Yeah, and also Kirsty's got to come on the line.
Well,
she says she really loves you.
Well, we're all the same. I mean, when I started broadcasting, I used to hang on to the desk, you know.
Brilliant,
So, I mean, you know, McCLUE gets nervous as well.
Oh, I mean, I used to be nervous years ago, but that's well gone.
That's well gone. I don't, but my nerves are away. They retired 20 years ago.
Oh, what can I say to you? Scottie, right? I was listening to you and Kareem. See, energy companies. Oh. Right, I'll tell you something, but I won't get into big details. So I got a letter at just the weekend there stating I owe a certain company £2,000. So I phoned up their company and other companies to say what's going on here, and they said you owe the company such and such because it's the energy I was paying, it went bust. Right, it went bust. So we said, well, we paid it all of our time.
Yes.
John. And the company, they said they were going to take a debt manager. Okay, she was nice on the phone, but she still says, you still owe us £1,000. And we said, no, you're not getting any money off us. I'm taking it further. And they were trying to calculate, because they were asking us for certain things to go into our energy company in the hall and take out numbers to see how much electricity we use when the company went bust.
It sounds like they've made a bit of a mess of things and they're trying to get people to cough up. So I would be very wary. Don't part with a penny until you find out what's what.
Nothing, Scottie,
you know
that. I'm going to a lawyer on Monday anyway to get it sorted. But the women, to get the women on the phone, she said, well, this is what the company's been telling us.
Yes. And well, you need to say to her, well, I think they're selling you a pup, my dear.
Ridiculous carry on.
You know, yes.
And then she was saying, she was trying to get us to maybe cough up or something. She said, do you want to put in a direct debit?
No.
And so we tried it out. We said, maybe. Then she said, so we'll take £150 off you a month. And I said, oh, you hell.
No, they don't take anything till you find out exactly what it's about. So this is all set out in a proper bill by a recognized company that is in funds.
Oh, ridiculous what they're doing to people.
You can't have a bankrupt company chasing you for money.
Well, they're bankrupt, went bust last year.
Right. Well, if they've gone, they've gone. So I'm afraid that's it. You know,
these people are actually think people are stupid.
Yeah.
No.
You need to find out exactly what's going on, what they're saying the score is, blah blah blah. But if they've gone, they've gone. And I'm afraid that the bill will have gone down the Swanee with them.
Exactly right, down the pan.
This sounds like some kind of liquidator trying to recover funds.
Yes.
We'll get one of our experts to give us a wee phone and see where people stand on that. But that sounds a bit dodgy to me.
Oh, it's terrible, you know what I mean? But see, when the company went bust last year, we got a text stating, do not do nothing, we'll take control of that and we'll get back to you.
Right, and they didn't. So there you are. So it's that sounds like a wee bedtime story to me.
Anyway, son, how are you?
I'm absolutely fabulous. I was going to tell you about Gary there. Having a light refreshment. On the Queen Mary, there was a beautiful varnished board. And on a Saturday afternoon, people used to sail back and forward between Weemsby and Rothsay and get steaming in the bar. And it said refreshments this way.
Exactly,
a refreshment. And I mean, what is actually refreshing about a large dram? You know what I mean?
A large dram, I would take a triple dram.
But it doesn't refresh you, it gets you steamboats.
Steamboats, that's the good old steamboats.
But that was good to hear, Gary, and well done him for ringing, He's saying here, Davy.
Gary's a big fan now.
Well,
okay, before I go, Kirsty, can you hear me?
Aye.
I'm on the phone.
Kirsty can hear you. There we are. She's saying she'll phone if you phone.
That's right. Dinky do, my friend.
And you, my dear fellow, dinky do to you. Take care of yourself.
Love you, Dinky.
Love you lots, Davy. Dinky do. There we are. That's our Davy. Fantastic. Anybody who's very qualified in all that debt management, what does that sound like to you? There's the wonderful Neil O'Gornley. There we are. Tremendous stuff. You're live at Scottie's Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie man, it's Martin. How are you?
Martin, how are you, la? I was very pleased to hear that your DJ work's going well. Oh, what's happened here? We seem to have lost everybody. Oh, we're back again. There we go. Hello, Martin. Hello? Hey there. I don't know what's happened there. We seem to have lost Martin. Maybe he'll give us a call back. Guy says, no, can't, too nervous to call. Well, he's called, which is great. Diesel engines last forever. Quite right, Kirsty. They certainly last for a good long time. There we are. Fantastic. Now, who have we got here? Give us a wee call. Fantastic. Lovely to hear from you. And we'll see what's happened. I don't know what's happened to Martin. That seems a bit strange. There we are. Right, but we'll no doubt catch up. Are you there, Martin? Hello? Martin, can you hear us? Hello? Hello? No, can he hear us? There we go. There we are. There must be something very strange there. There we are. Gary Dinky-Doo from Sumborough. How amazing, fantastic. Good evening, Scottie, says Charlie. Hope you're well. Just switch the TV off. Quite right, Charlie. Television goes off when Scottie McCLUE comes on. That's what it's about. I love whiskey, says Kirsty. Follow us, guys. We need followers, please, on the TikTok. Get following. Get subscribing on the YouTube channel. Tremendous stuff. There's lots of new TikTok videos and YouTube videos for your edification, enjoyment, and delight. They're all there for you. A lot of drunks out there tonight, Scottie. Oh, absolutely. Helium, says J.D. Donnelly. Are you on helium, J.D.? Wonderful stuff. There we go. Who have we got here now? Something very strange there. If Gary had a swally, I would have enough, but I'd get stage fright. Kareem's talks better than Scottie, says Gary. Thank you, Gary. There you are. I'm sure Kareem will appreciate that. There's John Cox. Hello, Scottie. The true meaning of Scotland. Begin. Dinky-Doo, John Cox. How lovely to have you with us. See, I told you I was nervous. No, you sounded great, Gary. Stop worrying. Keith Snedden. You naughty, naughty boy. Keith has just given me £5 on the old super chat. Keith has tapped the dollar at the bottom. Keith, that is very, very kind of you. You're a naughty boy, as I say. You're very, very generous, but it's so much appreciated. It's lovely of you. Open the phone lines and I'll phone back. Phone lines are open, Martin. There shouldn't be a problem. I don't know what on earth was going on. So there you are, but you can give us a call. It's going to voicemail. Maybe just too many calls coming in at one time, Martin. So there we are. Hello, you're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, Scottie, guess who is Gary again?
Gary, good for you. Now listen, have you seen everybody giving you congratulations?
No, thank you very much, and I appreciate everyone on YouTube.
Absolutely, and you're also saying that that Kareem's better than me on the phone. Quite right.
I'm not, Scottie. Not as good as you. You're my best pal. You know that. You know.
I think you've done very well tonight, and I think you found that there's no problem phoning.
I know, but I just a wee bit nervous, but it happens, you know.
Well, Gary, listen, I told you. We all get a bit nervous from time to time. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but I've had a couple of beers, so.
Gary, you're sounding absolutely fine. So there you are.
Right, I'll even get you back on your show, pal, right?
No bother, buddy. You take care of yourself.
Pal, right?
I Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, matey.
Stick your tongue and say ta-ta.
Stick your tongue out and say ta-ta, da-da. There he is. Fantastic stuff. Keith Snedden's done it again. That's twice he sent me £5. Keith, what are you like? For goodness sake, I ask you. Who's this? Hello, you're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie, man. It's Martin again.
Martin, what on earth was happening?
I think the signal went in your house and that.
No, the signal's fine in my house.
Is it?
Oh, 100%. Yes, heavens above. Costs a fortune.
My own DJ's doing really well. I have had about 1.7 likes so far. It's doing really, really well.
I was hearing great things this morning, that it's going well, and I'm very, very pleased for you.
Yes, I am. But I'm getting a lot of response on TikTok. A lot of response.
Good for you. You'll maybe get some bookings.
Yes, hopefully, but I've put almost one pile of, I've already put one box of cards out to people already, so I might be able to get high very, very soon, and I still want to take the high road. I am up to 418 now.
Oh my goodness me, what sort of things are happening?
Still all the jiggle stuff. There's a lot of there's a couple of arguments in that, or on and off in that, and other things.
It's an excellent show, though, isn't it?
I know. I actually love it as well.
Yes, I know it's fantastic, Martin. Well, that's great. Well, listen, it's absolutely lovely to hear you as always.
Yes, Scottie, man, yes.
And you take great care, and good luck with the DJing. Keep us up to speed.
Yes, I will. Scottie, you should come on the live and watch me some point when you're free.
I will do. I'm so maxed at the moment, I can barely get time to go live, but we manage. But I will do, Martin. We'll get a good old listen and let you know what's what.
Okay, Scottie.
Hey, and Dinky Doola.
Thank you, dude. Love you all.
Love you a lot. See you, Martin. There we are. That's Martin. Martin is having a go at the DJing, and he does a lot on TikTok. He's telling us, you're welcome, my friend, Keith Snedden. It's so very, very, very kind of you, and it makes a huge difference. So there you are, Dinky Doo. We can get wee bits of advertising and all sorts of things. Hello, Scottie. Love tuning in. Scouse Taser. Hey, we love the bones of your Scouse Taser. Lot of drunks on tonight. What number do I phone? Well, Scouse Taser, it's 0141 628 9795. And you'll see it if you go to Scottie McCLUE's YouTube channel. And the way to do that is to go to the TikTok bio. And there it is there. Anyone hear me talking to Scottie? I thought I'd stumbled in my words. Gary, would you relax? I hope you're well, says Keith. And Keith, I hope you're well, my dear fellow. And dinky do to you, I say. Scottie, I will not ever speak as good as you. You're the gaffer. Not at all, Kareem. You are caller number one by a long chalk. Why do we say that, a chalk? How do you spell it? Is it C-H-O-C? Chris Grant has sent me beautiful, beautiful presents on the TikTok. I thank you guys. That is such a lovely thing to do. Can everybody get sharing this live right now? See, wherever you're watching, follow me on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, because I almost guarantee we finish the program with not one single extra subscriber, because people go, oh, I forgot about that. It just means click subscribe. It doesn't cost you. There we are. It's fantastic. And I think 30 years, Scottie McCLUE, in June. 30 years next month. Surely I'm worth a wee click. There we are. Fantastic. I'm doing okay, David, says Susan. Good stuff. Susan, are you on the TikTok? I'm not, says Suzanne. Oh, Suzanne. What do you like? So there we are. Hi, Gary. Hi, Kirsty. Scottie, dinky doo. Kirsty sent me 2 beautiful red roses on the TikTok. How fabulous. What number should I call to get in touch? 0141 628 9795. And you'll never go wrong. My wife was born in the port. She lived in Greenock, but she resided in Gourock. How amazing. I love that, Bobby. And we love the port. What a top place, the port. Big come down for you. 12 years. Casa Flood, you could not be more wrong. Not a come down at all. Remember, we're across half a dozen platforms. So, stick that round you, Lala. Big come down for you. Getting it wrong again. You're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, it's me, Kirsty.
I think you do. How are you getting on?
I'm not bad, pal.
It's lovely
I'm
to
not
hear
bad.
you. I love all your wee chats.
I know.
You're
Same,
fantastic.
pal, same. Is that me guy Gary said he was going to go live, and I'm like, I'll do the same, no?
You'll do the same. Good for you, Kirsty. Well done, la.
Aye.
And I suppose on a Saturday night at this time, people will have had a light refreshment.
That's it, isn't it? No.
You know, and I'll tell you, Kirsty, I don't know if you saw, but during the week I was asking, would every Celtic supporter support Rangers for the night?
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, some of them were cheeking up, I can tell you. There was a fair bit of cheeking up.
Oh, my God. All right. I missed that.
There's a half-witted idiot called Kaza, and he thinks we've only got 14 watching.
I know, I've seen that.
He's just as daft as a brush. These people haven't a clue. Yes, big come down. Yeah, big come down for him.
Aye.
Now then, you get all these dafties, you know, it's so funny. Scotty seems to be someone that needs sent down the Swanee on YouTube.
Aye, right in the Swanee, right in there.
Right down the Swanee with them, that's what I say. Yes.
I'm not going to break you, know what I mean?
No, for goodness sake, 30 years in June.
How long have you been on the radio?
30 years in June.
I can remember you 3 years ago when I was a wee lassie.
Scott FM.
Aye, that's right. I remember the other day.
That was the big one. Fantastic, Kirsten. Well, there's lots of talk about it, but you see, they've got a problem because of this recession caused by Brexit, right? You've got this recession. So people are hanging on to their advertising budgets. There's lots of new companies. They'd all, without exception, love to have Scottie McCLUE, but they can't afford it because they need to take a chance. And they don't realize that they'll not be taking much of a chance because I've already proved myself. I've got nothing to prove.
For fuck's sake.
What's that? You shouldn't use the word sake on here, for goodness sake. For goodness sake. What you like? So there you are, fantastic stuff. Here's a boy going down the Swanee called 1470. Down the Swanee with 14. No, you're not going down the Swanee. There we are. That was just a wee hiccup. We put that down. We put that down as a buck.
You go to play Philip Mars or something, or court or something, you stay nice and quiet. So I was
You take care of yourself, eh? And dinky do.
Thank you, pal.
Love you lots, buddy. See you soon, Kirsty. There's our wee Kirsty. Fantastic. 30 unforgettable years, Scotty. Absolutely, Mr. Martin. Now then, who have we got? He swore. She swore. That's Kirsty. That was Kirsty on. Fantastic. Love you. Take care. Keith, love you too, buddy. You're a fantastic guy, and that was just so very kind of you. Keith has tapped the dollar bill at the bottom of the super chat and sent me £25, which comes to £10. Now that is kind. I can't tell you. My family tree on Ancestry came from Scotland back in the 30s. I would think they probably did scouse taser. There we are. We've just said cheerio to that 1470s. Well done, the Swanee. Half-witted idiot. You're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
David, wait a minute. She swore.
She swore.
Give me a wee cheap of drum chap.
Well, what I did, I put it down as a burp.
I know, she sounds like wee cheap of drum chap.
She used the word sake. She used the word sake.
Yeah, she's amazing. She was so funny, even though she swore.
I know it. Listen to this UK banter. He says, where are you from with that Tory accent? What accent does a Tory have? Alf Garnett was a Tory. What accent did he have? Whoa, what are you doing?
I think Tories are like, oh, hiya, I'm a Tory or something. You
I know. I don't know where he's getting this from. He's as daft as a brush. There we are. Kirsty saying sorry for swearing.
She was funny, right?
Oh, she was a wee sow. You know, I mean, it slipped out.
Aye, honestly, I'll let you go again.
Not at all. Listen, Davey, good to hear
John
from you.
wants to speak to you. Hold on.
Oh, right.
Oh, no, John, you can hear that.
Is he waving it away as well?
John's asking if team can send me a Facebook request, but that's not true. No.
A phrase book.
Request. John's asking if team can send me a Facebook request.
Oh, a Facebook. I thought you said a phrase book.
Oh, no, sorry.
I thought, what language are you talking? A phrase book for the drum.
No, John Schwant came on Facebook, but that's up to Cream to do that. Do you know what I mean?
I love that. I love that one that is it. Kevin Bridges tells about the bus at Drumchapel.
All right, tell me about that.
And the driver stood his ground, you know,
right.
And he goes like this. He goes, 180, please. And the guy goes, it was 170 yesterday, yes, so and so. And he uses the words right. And the driver goes, well, it's 180 the day, yes, so and so. I'll tell you, wait, Davey, this is absolutely true. I'm going to tell you a true story. I took my car in for servicing one day, right? And I got the bus along the Great Western Road. And right, I got on, yeah, but along at the drum, right away out there, you know. So as far as it goes, aye. So I got on the bus, and I handed a fiver to the driver, and he goes, "What do you expect me to do with that?" I says, "Take it and give me the change." He goes, "No, we don't change that." I says, "Well, what do you expect me to do?" He goes, "Ask if somebody's got change." So he pulls away. I went up and there were all these old ladies on. It was in the morning. And I says, I holds up the fiver. I goes, has anybody got change of a fiver? Right? So they're all in their purses and their wallets, right? And they're putting their money on the seat. And I'm holding the fiver, right? And they're putting like pound coins and 10p's and all that. And these two old ladies come on and one goes to the other, very naughty gambling on the bus.
People in the bus, any spell change because I noticed something.
Aye.
It's true, but it was funny, but wasn't it?
Well, my pal, wait till I tell you this. How's this for a bus story? My pal got on one day and the driver says, I can't change that. He says, would you wait a second till I nip into the shop? He goes, I need bother. He came out and the bus had gone.
It's crazy, honestly.
But here's the funniest one ever. I remember just perching for a second or two in Glasgow, right? And this bus comes by and he stops and he opens his door and he goes, oi, do you not know what a bus stop looks like? And I turned round to him and says, you should know if you're a driver.
I told you one time I was upstairs in the bus and I was bouncing coming down the stairs. My head hit off the ceiling.
Oh, aye.
Everybody was laughing at me.
Aye, it's so funny. At one time they slid to a halt and I virtually got pitched off. You know? Oh, aye. Crazy stuff, you know. That's the carry on.
Oh, it's crazy. Even I made a day when my daughter was born, trying to get the pram after the bus. It was kind of embarrassing. Just to crash a pram into the sides.
Aye. And it used to be.
You're a bad father.
Aye. But people used to help you, you know what I mean? But now you're frightened you miss the bus.
Yeah, you know. You get the bouncy buses, the trams come off, the tile goes down at the front and all that, you know, for even like disability.
Well, I'll tell you this one day, Davey. I got on the bus, right, 7:20 in the morning. And right, go on the bus, 7:20 in the morning. That was me going to work at 9 o'clock, you know. Anyway, I'm on the bus, 7:20, and I shouts to the driver, I says, do you go past the such and such? He goes, aye, I do. I said, oh, that's brilliant. And I sat down. About
Aye.
5 minutes later, he shouts to me, he goes, Jim, because everybody's Jim, he goes, Jim,
Aye.
he says,
right.
I got it wrong. He says, I'm used to being on another run. This bus doesn't go where you're going. I says, well, what do I do? He says, I'll drop you off at the next stop. You can wait for one to come along.
Aye.
Standing in the bucket in rain, you know, just because he wasn't sure what shift he was on.
Of course. John drove many buses. John used to be a doorface driver. Really? Do you understand that? Doorface? And I said, John, stop your hassle. There's people come on your bus.
He drew a face. Fantastic. I love it. Hey, you take care of yourself, Davey.
Hey, son, you too, son.
Thank you, do, my boy. Ta-ra, son.
Bye.
There we are. That's your Davey. What a guy. Fantastic. Now, who have we got here? Way. Fantastic. Itchy is being a bit strange. Should we send Itchy down the Swanee? Scottie should do a 9 till 12, says Gary. Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Hello, who's that? Who is that? We can't hear you. There we are. Dinky do. You need to turn your phone down. Fantastic stuff. Now then, we've got here Quality Scottie. Very funny. Love everyone on here. Take care. Keith, you are a top man. Keith, you'll know all about these bus stories. But you were in Edinburgh, which is a bit more genteel. There we are. Is the drum no just Bearsden West? Well, you know, I remember a lady that stayed in the drum said that people used to come in from Bearsden and steal the Wayne's bikes and all that kind of stuff. Crazy stuff. You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Guess who is Scottie? It's Gary Freeschool Bride.
Gary Freeschool Bride. How lovely to hear you.
And you enjoy yourself, and you enjoy your night, and everyone else.
You are a top man. We love hearing you. That's our Gary. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Wonderful stuff. Now, how are we doing for time? What have we got here? Lots and lots of you on here. Can you say hi to Scott? I can. Ginger. I'm going to go on again next time. You're so easy to talk to. Thanks, Kirsty. A Tory from the drum. Yes, UK banter. You're obsessed with Tories. Remember, you're obviously a Tory. You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Fantastic. We love it. The laugher. There we are. The Joker from Batman. Good night, Keith, says Susan. Is Keith away or are you away, Susan? You know, hopefully it's Keith that said he was going. Right, who we got here? Lots and lots of reaction. Hi, Scottie from Birmingham. Bradley, it's lovely to have you with us from Birmingham. Fantastic stuff. Dinky do, I say to you. Now then, who else have we got? Let me see who this is. Oh, my goodness me. Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
I'll tell you who it is, Scottie, if you let me introduce myself properly, because we're guesting people's houses.
Ah, fantastic. It sounds to me like Professor Numpty Head.
Well, let me introduce myself properly.
Yes.
Again.
Sir Numpty.
Right. Hello, everybody. It's the livable laddie himself, me, myself, and I, the three wise men. A sober one Kenobi, Professor Numpty Head.
Sober one Kenobi.
Absolutely, Scottie. How's it going?
Fantastic. Listen, Numpty Head, you haven't been on for far too long.
Well, I can. Well, I'll tell you. See, me no being on, Scottie, I've got a lot more to talk about and so much little time to do it.
There's Scottish Eddie Boy says Scottie McCLUE for Prime Minister. That's nice, isn't it?
What? They're having a laugh.
Neil says, doing the Swanee with the guy with the genital problem.
Well,
I think it's more a congenital problem, actually. But we might just dump him. He sounds a bit daft. Right. What's that? Eyes away.
I'm fuming, Scottie, because
What?
I made a cup of tea, right? And
Right.
it's cold.
And what's wrong?
I made a cup of tea and I forgot all about just went cold. That's a waste of a good tea, Mark.
That's a waste. No, I don't think it's a waste of a good tea. I drink it.
Well, when it's cold?
Yes, I just blame myself and get it right down me.
No, you're off your head. Anyway, I didn't have any lunch today, Scotty, because I'm still trying to decide what to have.
Well, what kind of stuff do you like? Are you quite thin?
Well, I've not made my mind up.
Are you quite trim? Do you fancy a wee bit of cabbage and corned beef?
No, Scotty, because I end up having to give it up to the corned beef.
Right, well, I'll tell you what I've got. I'll tell you what I've got, numpty. I've got a steamer, right?
Right.
And it's very good. I can recommend that everybody should have a steamer.
Well,
Yes, and you can pop a bit of broccoli and a bit of cauliflower in, give it a good boiling for about 10 minutes, and it is just the bee's knees.
aye.
It's the dog's knees.
Aye. Now, you got to listen to this, Scott, because I'm talking sense for a change.
Turn up with haggis and mashed totties, says Scottish Eggy Boys.
Right, now then. I've got a fish supper.
Oh, here's one for you. You're a high bee, aren't you? She says green tea is good for you. So the high bees should all be drinking the green tea, and the Heart of Midlothian Football Club, who I think got thrashed today, didn't they, by the Celtic?
Rightly so.
Was that right?
Running normal again.
Yes, so they'll all need to listen to Scottie McCLUE playing This Is My Story, This Is My Song.
Aye. Now, Scotty, I was going to send you an email for your red velvet folder with all the gold edges.
The red velvet folder where all the good stuff goes. Any complaints go in the big black plastic file.
Well, Scotty, you would need to print it out, but nobody has printers these days. You know.
No, well, it's difficult to have a printer because everything says, do you need to print this?
Aye, but I was going to write to you, but you just rip your letters up.
No, I wouldn't. I would only if it was an insult, and you've never insulted me.
Nah, here, I saw the cleaning lady this morning, and I shouted, "Hi, Jean."
Hi, Jean. Very, very good, dear. Yes, we love it.
Listen, Scotty, before I go, right?
Yes.
I want to speak about the monarchy for a change.
The monarchy, yes.
I'm concerned about the Queen.
Suzanne is calling you the prof.
Aye. But listen, Scotty, I'm getting a wee bit concerned about the Queen, you know.
Not to heed. Stop everything here for a minute. Keith Snedden has sent me another £5.
That's awfully good of him.
That's £15 towards the advertising.
He's a top contributor, Scotty.
Well, so are you. Let's not play down your contribution.
So I was just setting the standards. However, I'm getting concerned about the Queen.
Right.
She's now 96-year-old.
She's 96, yes, indeed.
Now, what's the point of having the Queen if she can't attend the events like the garden parties? That's been cancelled.
Well, I think you'll agree she's maybe attended quite a lot of garden parties in the last 70 years.
Indeed, she has. Now that she can't make these parties,
well,
there's no really royal engagement.
Well, of course they're royal engagements because her son is the heir to the throne, the Prince of Wales.
Right.
And he can host the garden party.
Right.
And her daughter, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne.
Oh, the one that likes riding the horses.
Yes, she could attend. And her son, Prince Edward. I think for one reason and another, Prince Andrew's can have not flavour of the month at the moment. Well, that was that, you see.
Anyway, absolutely, Scotty. Andrew, formerly known as Prince. I can't know who you mean. Anyway, Scotty, listen. Before I go, I want you to moan about the Southwest. Do you think all the rules have went out the window?
We can't hear a word you're saying.
I'm saying, before I go, do you think the cyclists, right? Do they think the rules have went out the window since they brought in the new highway code
road
Yes, yes. The cyclists now rule the world, and they are in charge of the road, and the motorists have to do what's required.
Well, Scottie, just after the rule change, I was faced with a woman cyclist, and I was going round the back of Arthur's Seat with a dog, and it's a
Right.
one-way road.
Aye, you go.
Right.
Have you been up Arthur's Seat?
Aye, I go round the one-way road.
Right, I know it. Round the Royal Park.
And you can what? This woman come down the wrong way, down the hill towards me, and then she
Okay.
starts waving as if for me, telling me to get out of the way. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, doing this decent thing you've done this morning, hence putting that crash helmet. I could have been a bus.
Absolutely. And the roads aren't very broad at that part of the Royal Parks, are they?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now then, you know it's nearly 10 o'clock. I'll have to go.
You'll have to go, Numpty Heat, but it's been a privilege and a pleasure speaking with you.
Even though I speak nonsense.
Oh, complete and utter nonsense, but a wee bit of sense in the middle and the core.
That's thanks to me.
Yes, you're kind of nuclear powered, you know, you've got maybe one or two spent fuel rods, but you've got a very powerful core.
Well, remember I'm hamper short of a picnic.
Yes, that's right. Your lift doesn't go all the way to the top story.
And it doesn't come back down again.
I think you're a top man. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta.
Well, again, da-da.
Da-da. There we are. That's your Numpty Heat. He's away. Fantastic. To the telephones, guys, as soon as you possibly can. That's him. Yes, bye-bye, Numpty Heat. Scottie, good night, friend. Not at all. A privilege and a pleasure. You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, it's me, Scottie.
Ah, Kirsty, dinky do, Lala.
Dinky do, my friend. Do you know what? Do you know what? No, the guy was talking about cyclists.
Yes.
Oh, they want cyclists, right? Do you know I think they should be paying road tax?
I think you've got a very good point, my dear. They should be paying road tax and insurance.
Aye, definitely.
And they should be off the roads during rush hour.
Definitely. Oh God, aye.
Give way to the buses, I say. They're in the bus lanes. They're now becoming cycle lanes. I think we're ending up with the odd psychopath in a cycle path.
And then they jump in front of motors and all that.
Absolutely, my darling. Yes, it's a you have to give them a very wide berth indeed.
Oh God, I know.
Absolutely.
Bikers as well.
Listen,
for
lovely hearing you. We're just about out of time, so I'm going to have to say night-night.
No bother, Scott. I'll talk to you again in the morning.
And you'd better, and you stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta, and I'll stick my tongue out. Hey, pal. God bless
See you, Lala. God bless you.
Okay.
There we are. That's our Kirsty. You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
This is me, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you very much, Arnold Schwarzy. Lovely to have you with us, and dinky do. Good night, Scottie. Lovely to have you with us, and welcome, welcome. There would be thousands of false claims. Oh, my goodness me. Hello from Hamilton, Scottie. Maximus. Lovely to have you with us. Electric scooters should be paying for the road tax. Scottie McCLUE, the voice of reason, says Bongo. There we are. Night-night, Susan. Speak soon. Absolutely. Just about out of time, guys. You're live in Scottie's phone in. Who is that?
Scottie, Gary, good night.
Gary, good night. God bless you, Lala.
Everyone else see you, all right?
Take care. Night-night, La. Fantastic. There we are. I think Gary's getting the hang of calling now. I think we welcomed him. He's had a light refreshment, but he's doing awfully well. So there you are, dinky do. Right, we're just about out of time, guys. We're going to have to say goodbye to our beautiful TikTokers. Bye-bye. Take care of yourselves, dinky do, and ta-ta-las. There's our beautiful TikTokers on their way. Fantastic. And, of course, to our beautiful YouTubers, we say a big, big thank you to you. What a great night tonight has been. Absolutely joyful, I can say to you. Join us next Saturday at the same time when we'll take our toys out and do it all again. That's what I say. Having said that, keep your eyes peeled during the week. for Scottie McCLUE's random pop-ups on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, on LinkedIn Live, and on Twitch at Scottie_McCLUE. The rest of you, make sure you've subscribed, right? Because I don't want to find out that nobody has subscribed to the channel, because it's absolutely scot-free so to do. Wonderful stuff. There's a Scottie McCLUE saying thanks for watching. Have a great night and dinky-doo.